Do you get it? So now you understand the word worship in a real context. Because you can look back at the very beginning when we started and see that God was of no value to himself when he's asleep. Okay? He needs nothing. He is all things when he's in the no set state. But as filling a void, he also has no value because he has no form. The only value he has is unto his own divine love. In other words, he loves himself. How much? Unto purity. That is what he did. What he did is he turned his love inside and increased it to the point of excluding everything else. When we got to Calvary, we did exactly the opposite. One is implosion. Who's the nuclear physicist here? One is implosion, and the other is explosion. So implosion is what God started as. He imploded his own divine love in on himself. By the way, that's how the nuclear bombs that blew up Japan were created. They did not blow up. They blew in. That's why you notice the ball comes in like this and then it blows out. You watch the buildings all of a sudden. That's the implosion part. So he imploded his love, and in Calvary it blew out. So where did it go? To all of us, and to all the creation forever and ever. That is what he was doing. He was duplicating in reverse his original state. And that is what we are doing. We are now actually in this state. We are imploding his love. Here we are exploding his love. And so one way we're taking it in, remember Jesus Christ on Calvary, what did he do? Took our sins. And then he, at the end of the crucifixion, he releases his spirit. So he takes it in and releases it. Implosion, explosion. Now, implosion becomes confession. Explosion becomes communion. Every concept that he uses always comes up confession, communion. Positive, negative. He starts out with a negative. Why? Because we're on the other side. We have to go negative to positive. He came out positive to negative, just like Lucifer did. So we're returning, and so we go to confession to return. We take away our negative. We go to communion to get positive. And as we become a positive force, we then step out of the television and we become a spirit. How are we doing?
Very logical.
Okay, we're good.
Ooh, nobody knows that. You the priest.
What about save the world? And that's what's happening. And these tapes will become extremely valuable when God says they're valuable. But at least we got it recorded. Like this one that we did. I did a good one for you tonight, Bill. This one helps a lot to see. Yeah. It clearly shows sanctifying grace. What we're talking about is the not touching the Eucharist and why. Oh. And how divinity originally started. And then divinity, after it leaves its state of no form or formless, and takes form, and then it actually starts starts to become human. That's where we are in this whole thing, okay? Now look, not only does Jesus Christ come into the television to get us, he then comes back out and he gets his Father. Remember, the Father is going to leave heaven and come to earth. So what does that mean? That means his Father is then going to enter the television. So not only did they have to come and get us, image and likeness, and bring us out, which they've done at Calvary, now we're going to go to heaven, get the Father, and bring him here. So it's a complete cycle. We're going to take everything that was negative and make it positive. That can only be done by the negative people. In other words, when they enter the image, then they have to play by our rules. Do you see what's happening? Human illusion is just as powerful once it's been touched by Jesus Christ, because it's just as real as reality.